Hello and welcome to Mini Bloks. You're watching Mini Bloks vlogs, and this is not the comfiest chair on YouTube. It is, in fact, my bedroom floor with a brilliant set, which is just my TV and then the things that I lay on top of it, including the mounds and mounds of dust. But I did go to YouTube on my PS4 and load up one of my videos so I could put my logo up on the big screen. But that doesn't really matter. I'm wearing the Captain American t-shirt. Today is September 5th and it is special because Captain America Civil War is out now on home video. Today, which I'm filming this on Saturday, is when Amazon has shipped or dispatched my copy of Civil War. I went for the limited edition Captain America sleeve, which has just got his face looking that way. The other options were Iron Man facing that way, which is kind of cool, but this is a Captain America film, so clearly I'm going to go for Captain America. Although I am very much swayed by steelbooks, and there was some more of the steelbooks released by Zavi here in the UK, but they're 25 quid, and that's £10 just for a steelbook, and right now I kind of need the money. So basically, I just wanted to sit down literally on the floor and talk about Civil War. Now, I haven't seen this film obviously since it came out in theaters. I only went to go watch it once, so I'm gonna have to dig back into my memories of why this film matters, why it's awesome, and why it's important to me, and kind of my thoughts about it. This little guy is Spider-Man. That more or less answers everything you need to know about Civil War. I think it's safe to say that Captain America Civil War is easily the best Captain America movie. The first one's a little bit, it's fine. Winter Soldier, awesome. Civil War just tops it. What am I gonna say? Is Civil War my favorite Marvel film of all time? I'm gonna say no. I don't really have a reason why it's not. But I mean, you're looking at more or less, no, this is a topic about Marvel Cinematic Universe, but you're looking at probably Civil War, Avengers, and Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm kind of leaning on the Guardians of the Galaxy side because that's kind of who I am. Although if I was going to say Marvel Cinematic Universe versus Marvel Netflix series, that's a tough one to decide. I'm more excited for this one. That's Netflix, if you didn't know, that's what that means. And Marvel Cinematic Universe is over here, which is awesome, but it's kind of like, you know, I'm going there. Moon Knight. If they just do Moon Knight. So the things that stand out about Civil War, now you've got the fact that this is a standalone sort of character film. It's not the Avengers, but you've got a big ensemble cast. That's really cool. So that's one point that's going to be really good about Civil War. Black Panther is in it. Now I love Black Panther, and this is awesome. This is his debut in the Marvel Universe. But basically it boils down to the fact that Spider-Man is in Captain America Civil War. You can't really say that Civil War is the best Spider-Man film ever made, but Civil War is kind of the best Spider-Man film ever made. Because, you know, the Sam Raimi trilogy is awesome, very repetitive, more or less the same film 3 times over. It's delivered to bits. I like Mark Webb's Andrew Goldfarb. It's not him. Andrew Garfield. It's Andrew Garfield. I like those 2 films, but there's lots of things that I like about Tobey Maguire films or Sam Raimi films, and lots of things I like about the Mark Webb films. And they're kind of different to each other. They sort of blended together, you get the perfect mix. And I kind of think Tom Holland could potentially be that perfect mix. But again, this isn't a topic about Spider-Man, this is a topic about Civil War. So what is it that makes Civil War cool? And I'm trying to think of a big list of all the things I can say, this is why Civil War is awesome, but more or less boils down to one specific thing that to me stood out like immediately as a fan, and I'm like, that is cool. Like, they nailed it, they got something across that I think was lacking about Spider-Man in other film interpretations. One thing that stood out to me basically is when the first Andrew Garfield film came out, the Mark Webb film, there's a bit where, I think it was the first one, could have been the second one actually, now I think about it, I'm not sure which one it was, one of them, and he captures the car in his hands and he holds it above his head. And I used to work at a cinema, and whilst I was there at the time, people would see that trailer and they're like, since when is Spider-Man strong enough to hold a car? That was one of the arguments. And obviously, I'm not a big confident, I'm gonna get up in your face and tell you about why he can. I'm just gonna let it slide and then rant about it on the internet some years later, which is of course what we're gonna do now. Is Spider-Man has the proportionate strength of a spider, which I think Stanley more or less said that he has fundamentally the strength of 10 men, which I view that as not just like 10 average men, like kind of if Batman is the physical pinnacle of like a human being that can enhance all of his skill assets to the top max throughout. Basically, like he's not a bodybuilder, so he could be stronger, but he won't be as agile. So Batman's strength is this, but it also means that his agility and his skill set and blah 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 is all at the same level. So he's not like this, basically, whereas you'd have like someone who's exceptionally strong but quite slow. So basically, I look at Spider-Man as kind of like 10 times the strength of Batman, basically, because he's 10 times the strength of a human man. He's got the strength of 10 men, so it's like 10 strong men, not just 10 average dudes like myself that struggle lifting mostly anything. When he lifted the car above his head, and I had comments from people I used to work with saying that, you know, since when can Spider-Man do that? And basically that's more or less how it's been interpreted. Spider-Man doesn't look like a strong character, especially when you get like Thor and Captain America, people who can do these things, and Iron Man who can with his suit. So like Spider-Man is just some kid in his pajamas or whatever, but it's like Spider-Man is that guy. And I don't want to get off too much about talking about Spider-Man and what it means to me as a character, but basically I think Marvel addressed it perfectly in Civil War, and that's why it's literally my standout moment from the entire film is Winter Soldier. And it's well established that he's strong, his metal arm is more or less indestructible, he punches through anything, he's throwing Captain America and Iron Man all over the place, he's a force to be reckoned with, and he meets Spider-Man, throws a punch, and he just catches it without any effort, just a little bit of ease, and he's just like, hey, cool metal arm. And I think that to me just made me smile, because it's like one perfect little moment of just, and it's like, that's how strong Spider-Man is. Like Captain America got thrown a mile from this guy, Spider-Man just doesn't even know his own strength, just stopped it, because it's Spider-Man, you know? And that to me sets up the good precedence of Marvel are gonna do this one right. So I guess like my anticipation coming out of Civil War going into Spider-Man Homecoming is more or less my most anticipated moment from Civil War, which is kind of a cheap answer, because I'm kind of, Civil War is awesome because of Spider-Man and what that's going to lead to. Because you can say Infinity Gauntlet or Infinity War, whatever it's going to be, that's going to be awesome. Guardians 2 is going to be awesome. All of it's going to be awesome. But obviously, I'm a Spider-Man nerd. Look at it. I just feel they just nailed it beat after beat. He was funny, he was strong, he was intelligent, he was agile. It is enough to be like, cool, this guy, this movie, and just let me go into it. You know, I want to be in that film. I don't want any of this distraction. I don't want Captain America, I don't want Iron Man. I want Spider-Man in Spider-Man's universe with Spider-Man's rogue gallery, and just go at it. You know, I just love it. I love it. Please, just do a couple of films where you can build Dr. Octopus up, and maybe leave it 7 or 8 years or whatever. Try and build this into a good franchise, get 3 or 4 movies in, and then do Superior Spider-Man. Just do it. I love Superior Spider-Man. It's the best thing that's happened in a long time. Civil War was awesome. I'm fairly sure if you're a fan of it, you've already seen it, because why wouldn't you have done? It's more or less, it's the best Captain America movie. It's the best superhero trilogy that you can go find. It sets up Black Panther and Spider-Man and Civil War, and then the next Captain America and Iron Man and Avengers Infinity. It's perfect. It's really good. You just can't flaunt it. Flaunt it, fault it, flaunt it. It's late. Basically, Captain America Civil War is out today. If you've not bought it and pre-ordered it, just go and buy it and sit down, watch it, and enjoy it like it was yesterday that you went to go see it. And then get all excited about Spider-Man like I did, and then maybe I'll go into a big rant about that next time. I don't know. How do you think this thing's through? I just put lights there that if I pull this stainless, the light falls on the face, and Mini Bloks vlogs and cats outside and Pepsi. The whole thing's unplanned. It's crazy. It's Saturday night. I should be in bed and I'm sat on the floor talking about SpiderMan. Hope you appreciate that. Mini Bloks vlogs. I don't know. Thank you very much for watching my video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below to stay up the latest from my channel. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest under Mini Bloks. What else would it be? And if you want to go see the best Mini Bloks constructs films I've made yet, you can go find Mega Bloks' Syndra Go Through and the Lich King set from World of Warcraft by Mega Bloks. Stop motion Mini Bloks constructs turned out really well. Then if you want to go find some more retro video game footage, then you can go start my Let's Play series of Ninja Gaiden Episode 1 on the Sega Master System over on Mini Bloks Plays. But for everything else, Spider-Man and Captain America and retro video games and late nights talks and rambles about absolutely nothing, then make sure to keep it locked to Mini Bloks, because that's where all the sensible people hang out. Mostly on an evening.